What's up, folks? Welcome to the Tuesday forecast. So let's take a look at the market. Let's start with the usual Euro US dollar. So we're still stuck between the low and the high. We still have not broken out, and so the forecast is the same. I see these liquidity zones to the upside right here, and to the downside. Do be careful what happens in those areas. Do we just break and retrace, or do we actually break with some nice momentum? So see, if we break and retrace, then you know that we are probably going to still be stuck in this range. Or if we do get a nice breakout, look for a flag or some sort of a continuation pattern, a break and retest, or maybe for a nice trend to start to the upside. So that's it for the euro and the US dollar. And now let's take a look at the euro and the Japanese yen, because there is really nothing to mention about the EU anymore. But we have got some nice moves. That is a good sign. As you can see, we did have this really clean ascending. I was talking about it for a while now. You can really see it. A clean ascending. This is a textbook ascending in my book. You can see that we're just breaking the highs, leaving wicks, leaving wicks, leaving wicks, leaving wicks, and just not breaking by a lot. And then we had this nice impulse to the upside. So that is a common pattern on the euro pairs, where we do get an ascending or a descending, and then we impulse in the same direction. In this case, we impulsed to the upside, and I'm definitely looking for a flag here. This does look good. I want to see a nice flag. We have got, looks like we are getting double wicks, so that's a first warning sign. But if we do get a nice, maybe a nice range, I will definitely be looking to enter on a flag trade. Also, do look if we get a pullback, then a break to the upside, and then a nice break and retest trade. That would also be very high probability, especially since we got this really large momentum right here. One warning sign that you should avoid is if we ascend, then that usually means we will reverse and get a trend in the opposite direction. Also, if we do start to descend and we break the low, then we get a nice reversal up. Do look for a reversal trade. Another possible case is if we get a large range, then of course stay out. We are trading the trend. We want to avoid ranges at all costs, and it has been happening for I think a month and a half now that we have been avoiding these ranges. So let's not get carried away right now. And also on the Japanese pairs, if we get an aggressive retrace, something like this, if we get this sort of a candle, let me just draw it out again, like this, that's an aggressive retrace. On the Japanese pairs, that's a huge warning sign. That's actually a warning sign on all of the pairs, but especially on the Japanese pairs, I'm very careful. A aggressive retrace is actually a momentum shift. So it's one pullback candle that eats all of these candles. As you can see, it would be bigger than these three candles. And I would classify it first as a momentum shift and as an aggressive retrace, which usually signals to us a larger range, which we want to avoid. Or it signals to us a reversal, which we also want to avoid. But if we do get a V reversal, then I think you know what's coming. So we have the V, range, push down, and then a nice flag to go short. Always forecasting this pattern, and let's see if it will play out. So I like this. I like the momentum up. I am looking to buy. I am looking for a flag or a break and a retest. So for more of a push up, let's see what will happen. Aussie pairs, Aussie US dollar, still stuck in a range. Still we have these liquidity areas. So nothing new from yesterday. We have the liquidity area down, liquidity area up. So look how the price breaks out. Does it just break and retrace, or does it actually break and give us some nice momentum either to the upside or maybe to the downside? We get a nice large push. This actually is expected. A range is expected since Mondays and Tuesdays are predominantly range bound days. Usually don't move much on Mondays and Tuesdays. Usually on Wednesdays we start to get some nice impulses up or down, so that is definitely to be expected, and I'm not really surprised. Now for the Aussie and the Japanese yen, we're getting some movement. That's very nice. I'm really happy. We have broken out of the range. That's a good sign. We haven't retraced back into the range, so we actually got some conviction. As you can see, we broke out. Let me zoom it in a bit. We broke out and we then continued. So when I talk about a break and a retrace, that would be something like this. This is actually a break and a continuation. At least currently this is a live candle, so this can still just retrace back into the range. As it stands, I like this. I like this push. It looks like it's going to give us a good close. I would not probably be looking for a flag right away, since it is just it is the first break out of a larger range. But what I would definitely look out for is for more of a larger push up and then a nice flag. Of course, that would be very high probability, or maybe a pullback, a nice continuation up, and then maybe some sort of a break and retest trade, or maybe a combo trade. So a combo trade is a mix of a flag and a break and a retest. And then that would also be, for me, classified as a trend, because it would be the first push, pullback, second push. And for me, a trend is one impulse pullback, then a second impulse. That I classify as a trend. What I would not like to see is an aggressive retrace back into the range, and then for the price just to continue ranging. I would like to see maybe a V, something like this, a V reversal, push down, look for a nice flag to go short. Or if we do start to ascend, look for a reversal, of course. That would also be nice because, well, actually we have kind of exited the liquidity area, so disregard this. But if we do get an ascending, do look for a reversal. If we do get a descending, I would stay out. I would not do anything. I would not look for a reversal, since we would then be in this larger ranging structure, which would be a bad sign, and we don't want to be in a large ranging structure. So that's it for AJ. Finally broke out. I'm happy. I want to see more. I want to see more of a push, or I want to see a pullback and then another push. Then I will definitely look to buy. So looks like the Japanese pairs are starting to give us some movement. Dollar pairs still stagnating a bit. So let's see what will happen. We still have 3 more days of the week and plenty of time to get an opportunity. So be patient and do look for a nice impulse up or down. That's it for a forecast, and I will see you guys in the next one.